Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're most definitely welcome. If you've been coming back for quite some time, thank you for always coming back and for the support. Today I'm just here to do a video, review about my water fast experience that I did for 14 days. Some of you that follow me would be aware that I went on a water fast journey. No food for 14 days, girl. Oh my God. Who would have thought that somebody could actually choose to do that? Just not eat for 14 days. So anyway, I did it for a number of reasons. One, I just wanted to ground myself. I wanted to find myself again spiritually. I wanted to connect I wanted to connect with my creator, and to do that I really needed to be able to listen to my body. I wanted to be able to listen to what's around me, my surrounding, and that meant that eliminating food was not such a big deal. It just means that you don't eat, and you really get to, you get to listen to your body, and you listen to your surrounding, and you connect with your God. So that's one of the reasons why I did it. The other reason was for obviously the health reasons. So because I have got a medical condition, I've got ankylosing spondylitis, which means that I've got a it's kind of like a arthritis of the spine. So your spine kind of fuses together, and over time as you get older, it kind of like gives you a hatchback, and we don't want that. So sometimes whatever you can do that is alternative to conventional medicine is what I would do. So that's why I decided to do the water fast as well. So it's something that you need to be mentally strong for. If you want to do a water fast, you just can't get up and say, right, I'm doing a water fast today. You have to be mentally prepared. And I'll tell you this, there's times where I've gone, right, I'm going on a water fast for a week, and then I don't know, maybe midday, I literally just give up and I'll start eating whatever I can put my hands on, and I eat everything, okay? So there's time where I tried and I fail again. But obviously because I was not mentally prepared. This time I was inspired by one of my Sudanese sisters on social media. She knows that I do fasting, and so she reached out to me. She's like, hey, I was thinking, do you want to do fasting together? And I said, right, let's do it together. Anyway, we started the same day. We both cheated. She lives in the States and I live in Australia, but we cheated. So we said, let's start again. So we went and did it again the second day, and this time was successful. So what a fast does, it cleanses your body. Like literally, it detoxifies your entire everything inside. It cleanses you to the point where your body starts to use your own stored fat to actually use it as a fuel. And by the way, anything that I say here, I am not a doctor, so please do not take this and apply it. You have to seek some medical advice before you do it. If you've got health issues, if you've got, if you're pregnant, don't even try and think about it. If you're planning to get pregnant, don't even try and think about it unless you're really overweight. But please do seek some medical advice before you go ahead and try and do something like this, because it is quite extreme. You can imagine not eating for 14 days. It's not something that is cut out for everybody. So anyway, we decided to do it, and day one of the fasting was kind of easy. It was easy. You tell yourself that I'm not going to eat it today, so you're prepared that you're not eating, and you don't know what's going to happen next. So you get hungry, and you get a little bit moody, and you want to find something to eat, and you tell yourself not to do it. So you got to be mentally strong. I can't emphasize that enough. You got to be mentally strong and say no to food, because you have a reason, you have an end goal why you're doing it. So anyway, day 2 came, and I was starting to be really lethargic. I was feeling like, oh my God, this is the end of me. I'm going to die. And by the way, no one dies from not eating, especially 14 days. That's nothing. It's something that is possible, can be done by anyone really. So anyway, day 3, I thought I was dying. I thought I was literally dead. Day 3, I thought I was dead. Why? Because I had all the symptoms you could think of in the book of water fasting. I had everything from A to Z, okay? I had the headaches, I had the dizziness, I had the fatigue, the sore joints, achy back, I had vomiting, I had diarrhea, I had the skin rash. I think they call it the keto rash, and this is actually what happened in the end. I had the keto rash, I had swelling of the hands and the feet. I had everything, okay? My body was literally just detoxifying, okay? It was letting everything out in any way that it could through the pores. It was happening, okay? And and I was just like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I knew this was coming because I've done fasting before. Like I'm a regular faster. But at the same time, I was like, oh my God, this seems to be more serious than last time I did it. So there was a lot of fear around, surrounding what should I do? Should I stop? Should I start eating? But luckily, the girls and I, we had created a little group on WhatsApp where we keep each other with up to date what we're doing and how is everybody going. So when you're just about to lose your cool and you're like, you know what, I'm going to throw in the towel, like I've had enough, you message them and they'll be like, come on, you can do it, you've only got this many hours left. And I kept looking at my fasting app, and it kept saying that I've got 336 hours left. Oh my God, it was maybe less, obviously, because I had done 73 hours at that time. But anyway, I kept pushing through. My skin started, obviously, like I said, I got blisters, and I'm not sure if you can see now. See how there's the definition between this sort of like, this is kind of like a smooth canvas of what my skin normally is, and then you can see on the edges here, you see there's a different shade to my skin. It's kind of like gray color. All that skin peeled off, my whole entire arm. I'm not sure you can see there, all on the inside, it peeled out. The only thing that wasn't actually peeling was just my face and just around here, my necktie. Thank God, everything else peeled. My legs were peeling. My hands are still peeling, as you can see. They're getting better, but they're definitely still peeling, looking really dry, but that's okay. It's part of the cleansing process. So that was day number 3. Day number 4 came. I was not hungry. I had so much energy. I felt like I was given like an iron pill to take or something. So I had all this, and I was bouncing up and down. I was doing all things. I cleaned my house, like I cooked some food and I freezed it for my daughter. And by the way, I had no senses of smelling, so I could not smell the food. I could see that it is good food because I was making it, and I knew this was good food because I was making it with a passion. I want good food, right, for my daughter. So I'm making it, and smells, it looks good, but I can't smell it. And I'm like, oh my God, this actually would smell good normally, but my senses of smell are gone. Day number 5 came, was the same. I had a lot of energy. I felt really, I felt really lifted, I felt really lifted. And just before I went to bed, this big thing hit me where it was such that I don't know what happened, but I felt really I felt really negative. Okay, I felt so dark. I was in such a dark space. Like I felt so bitter, and all these thought processes were coming through me while I was just trying to go to sleep. So I laid down, and then I was just thinking so negatively about a particular family member, actually a particular family in my family, and I was thinking about them, and for some unknown reason I was hating on them with a passion. I don't know whether that was a spiritual being. I don't know if that was cleansing, because maybe that was something that I had in me subconsciously and I didn't let it out. I don't know, but I was hating on these people. Okay, it's a family very close to my family. They're actually my family, but I was hating on them. Okay, I don't usually hate people. That's not just like me. I'll say things I want to say when I want to say it, and I'll say it right there and then, and we are done. But to actually hold on to grudges for so long, it's not something that I do a lot of, because I find that it drains you, it consumes you. I don't have the energy for it. So often I prefer to let things go. But for some reason, I was hooked on this family. That went through until 3:30 in the morning. So I had a really restless night, day 5. Didn't sleep much at all, just thinking about things I could do or things I could say to them. Obviously, it was something inside me that came out subconsciously. Because then day number 6 came, I slept finally. Day number 6 came, and I was just, it's almost like day number 5 never happened. So I was all good, got up, clean, washed, a bit tired. I was not too energetic. I did my 8.5K walk, very slow. I felt that I was getting, my heart was racing a bit too fast than normal. But then again, I thought, I'm not supposed to do such a long walk when I'm fasting, because I'm just living on water. And the day passed. Day number 7 came. 7, 8, 9, they were pretty much the same. I had energy. I could just get up and do my little thing, but I was feeling lazy. There was energy for me to get up, and I knew I had energy, But at the same time, I was procrastinating a lot. There's things that I needed to do in my house, but I couldn't be bothered doing them. I was just like, yeah, I'll do it next time. Oh, I'll do it next time. So I just kept procrastinating about everything and anything. And I'll be like, I need to drink some water. Oh yeah, I'll just get up a little bit later. So then I felt like I was getting dehydrated because I was maybe too lazy. Yeah. So I got up, got a big bottle, started drinking again, and that really revitalized everything, and I was good to go again. So day number 10 came. I was starting to get hungry again for the first time since I started my fasting. Day 10 came. I was getting hungry. I could feel, I wasn't hearing my tummy rumble, but I could feel that I was getting hungry, and I could feel that I was getting that horrible taste that I didn't say. In day 3, I had a terrible smell in my mouth, which you'd get because you're detoxifying, everything's coming out, so your breath would smell like shit. And anybody who's ever fasted would tell you that is a fact. Your breath would stink. You have to be brushing all the time. So anyway, day number 10, I started to get hungry again, and I was thinking about food. So I went on YouTube and I was looking at all the food that I could be cooking and all the stuff that I'll be doing when I start eating again, like when I do my refeeding. I was self-educating. I was pumped. Day 11 and 12 were pretty much the same. I felt inspired, really, truly inspired. I started looking up some people that I really look up to. I was reading some of Dr. Wayne Dyer's books. By the way, I live by him and I'll die by him. So I was reading some of his books and just the way he lives and stuff like that. He does yoga. And during the time that I was doing my entire fasting, I was also doing a bit of yoga. It didn't matter how long. I could have literally sat down for 5 minutes. I don't care. That was considered something to be done. And then day number 13 came. I was really struggling. My skin had blistered. It had popped. All this, like I said before, my entire arm, there's nothing left of, maybe just here, see the dry patches there? That's the only natural skin that's left, but everything else is reforming. It's all new skin. So my skin at this point had peeled off and was starting to stick to I guess you could say, to my clothes and stuff. So that was really, really painful experience. And I had to go to the hospital. And going to the hospital, the doctor asked me what I was doing. Luckily, I ran into a guy that was quite hip. He was very young. He was he knows what's happening. He does a lot of fasting. And he's like, oh my God, I've done fasting. My longest fast has been 21 days. And I'm like, girl, you are a champion. So we started talking about it. And he's like, look, maybe that your symptoms are not because you're fasting, because fasting you could actually detoxify, like the vomiting you had, diarrhea you had. All this stuff is normal. It's part of detoxifying because you're getting rid of all the sugar. Your body's getting rid of all the toxin. Your liver is actually taking a break. So it's normal. But your problem is you've got an autoimmune condition, which means that you've already got an underlying issue. And once you reach the ketosis stage, where this is the stage where your body starts using the fat as a fuel instead of using the sugars in the sugar that you consume, or the bread, the carbohydrates or the sugars, was using the ketosis. He said your body, so they did the blood test, and he said your reading for ketosis are very high. This is actually one of the highest I've ever seen, and as a result your body is producing too much acid, and that could have started on day 3 because you're quite a slim girl anyway. So naturally you're not a big girl to go through up to day 7 or day 10 to see results. You could literally just get into ketosis straight away because your body doesn't take a lot. So you went into it early and you stayed home. I said, well, I wasn't exactly going to go to the hospital knowing that there's chances that I might get coronavirus. And mind you that I don't handle stress very well. And I know for a fact that if I had gone to the hospital, I would have literally come home erect because I already had my panic attacks at home just thinking about coronavirus. So I was avoiding the hospital with everything I could. I was literally avoiding the hospital. So I knew that my skin was not well, but I was like, I'm not going to the hospital because I'm going to be seen by a doctor who's seen 1 million people and they're going to give me coronavirus. Okay, so that's why I stayed home until the last day where I couldn't really stay home because I could not really move much. So anyway, he's like, look, you're going to be fine. I'm just going to give you some antibiotics just to calm your system down because this is almost like an allergy reaction as well. So take some of that just to reduce the acid a little bit. I'll give you some steroid to put on your skin tropically, like just to apply on your skin. And I guess that could be a starting step. And then you're going to see your doctor and maybe do some further blood test and see what you can do to try and do like a healthy fast, or maybe just try and not do it for so long because your body would just you just straight away start burning fat, so you don't need it. Anyway, so I came home with my meds, took that, just took some antihistamine and started applying my cream. So it is working. My skin is, my arms are getting better, slowly, gradually, but getting better. My hands, like I said before, they're still peeling. If you can see all the peeling here, it's still happening, but I'm not in a rush. Like, Jesus, I don't care really, because in the end I feel amazing. I feel fantastic. And not only that, I did lose weight. So I'm like, oh my God, I get to lose weight. I feel good. I don't get to take medicine as well. So that was it for me. And the best experience ever. I mean, every time I do fasting, I feel the same. Like, I love the feeling that you get when you wake up. The morning you wake up, you feel so uplifted. You feel so light. You don't feel, you know, when you go to bed and you're like all heavy and full, even if you eat a salad, you still feel a bit funny. And then you wake, some days you wake up where you're like really good, and other days you're just like, oh, I want to get out of bed. Well, I love getting out of bed when I'm fasting. It's the best time ever. So I was looking forward to it, and I really enjoyed it, and that's why I did it. So anyway, I lost about 9 kilos, which was, hooray! Hello, double chin, where are you? Where are you? Gone, South Africa, maybe. See, maybe there's a little bit left there. I don't know, but I'm pretty happy, and like I said, I feel better. I didn't have to take medication for the entire 2 weeks. I've actually just taken, yesterday I took some, but I didn't take anything the entire time, which is fantastic. And I think that was the whole purpose of it as well. I have forgiven the people, that particular family that I was hating on for like a whole night. I have forgiven them, and I feel better. And a lot of the girls that we did the fasting with, a lot of them have gone on, and they've continued. Some of them went for 3 days, some of them went for 5 days, some of them went for some of them do intermittent fasting. So guys, I'm gonna put it in the link, like I'm gonna put it in the description box for you guys if you're interested in fasting, just to learn about the science of fasting, okay? Because there are so many different stages, and I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I know it all to myself, but I'm not gonna sit here and try and educate people, because then that would be wrong. I'm gonna get someone else to do it. Thomas DeLauR, he's the best guy for fasting on the internet. He is literally the best person if you want someone that can actually help you kickstart with your fasting. And to all the moms out there that would like to fast, but you know that it might be a bit hard, you don't have to go hardcore like I did. You can start off with just doing 3 days, which is 73 hours. You can still do things as normal. You can still feed the kids, you can still homeschool them, you can do everything and still do the fasting, okay? So that it's not the end of the world for us.